All right. So here we are on the eve, roughly 12 hours after Pokemon Generation 9 has been announced.
Yeah, and I may be a 33-year-old man, but I will fully admit to squeeing over the new starters. They're adorable. I don't care. I love them.
This has been the first in a while where I've liked all three starters right off the bat.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. Like, I know we're still a ways out. I don't know what one I want to pick.
Unless Fuecoco or Quaxley evolve into like super cool looking starters, probably going to pick Sprigatito.
Yeah, and because I'm that fucking guy, I'll probably end up naming him something weed related.
Puffy Man or
Something like
girl.
ganja or
Okay, I'm I'm reading
diesel.
I'm reading Bulbapedia. I'm reading the article they have for Quaxley. Name origin: Quaxley may be derived from quack. You think?
Yeah, just maybe.
You think?
I love his pompadour. It's adorable.
It
It's
really
great.
is. I love his little hairdo.
Like
Also,
like we've talked about already before we started the cast. He better turn into a little greaser.
that would be so fucking cool. And then he turns into a water/dark type.
Yeah, perfect.
It'd be dope. Further reading into my theory that the new region, it's not really my theory, it's like the theory that the
Right.
region is based either on Spain or Italy or like a combination of both, because so far all three of the new starters names are the same in both Spanish and Italian.
Yeah, it's pretty good uh theory then, based on what little info we have.
Yeah.
Uh
Although I think that may be the same for every starter. I'm looking through Bulbapedia articles for all the other starters and all the other games, and it looks like their names are pretty much the same in Spanish and Italian as they are in English. But, I mean, if you saw the architecture and also just the names Sprigatito and Fuecoco,
yeah, no, I get you. I get where you're coming from.
yeah, it's gotta be like Italy, Spain. Also,
I hope they like, and not that there was anything wrong with it, but I think they just do better when they have it be more like, hey, this is kind of a little bit inspired by, instead of like with Sword and Shield where it was straight up, hey, this is supposed to be England
right. Or,
or Scotland or whatever, whichever one.
oh, which region was basically New York? Was that Unova? Black and white?
I don't remember.
It's been a long time since I booted up that game.
I honestly, I played first, second, little bit of third, jumped to XY, and then Sword Shield, and I'm back in now. So like, there's a bunch of it I never played.
Ah, gotcha. I think I've played every generation. I haven't played all of the games. Like for example, I completely missed out on the Gen 2 remakes. So I've never played Heart Gold or Soul Silver. Much to my chagrin, I'd love to play those games, but they're fucking expensive now
Right.
because game collectors have gone a little crazy.
A little.
Like, let me just Google or let me eBay search Pokemon Heart Gold. And let's just sort newly listed. Right off the bat, $133.
Right. And what was that on again? That was still
That was the
uh
Nintendo DS.
yeah.
Ah, Pokemon Heart Gold version, no manual with inserts, authentic, $150 or best offer.
I'll give you about 350.
$250 plus $8 shipping.
About
Come
350.
on, man.
About 350.
And then there's people just selling the cartridge for like $60, which is, I guess, whatever, but that's still a little nuts.
Dude, there are some games that just do not lose their value. My wife's family used to run a used game store,
Yeah.
and like they could still sell based on market value, uh, used copies of the original Smash Brothers for like $50.
Jesus. Okay, so here's another game that I've been looking for. I'm gonna do a slight left turn off of Pokemon for a second. But a game I've been looking to add back to my Sega Genesis collection is Castlevania Bloodlines, because I had it as a kid. And the last time I searched for it on eBay, it had to have been like several years ago. It was still at like the $60 to like $80 range, depending on if you get it in box or whatever. eBay put a listing of $350 for Castlevania Bloodlines, and they tagged it with great price.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I want Castlevania Bloodlines in box, it's gonna range between anywhere between like $90 to $400 almost.
And this is kind of why I don't have a problem with like Castlevania collection and Contra collection and all the little mini retro emulator consoles, is because otherwise people have to still have those old systems and spend buku out the ass money to play some of these games.
I know.
And hey, if you want to use a fucking emulator and pirate that shit, go ahead. I don't give a shit. But like, I'm all for more access in any way possible for any way anybody wants to play it.
Also, it's just like, game preservation.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so it's a thing in I still had gay clown Putin pulled up. It's a thing in trading card collecting.
That's gonna be a random ass thing for people to hear in the middle of the fucking cast.
I know. So it's been a thing in trading card collecting where you can like send your card in to get graded based on like how pure and pristine it is.
Yeah, and that whole thing's a racket. It's coming to find out.
Well, the trading card that one I have less of an issue with. It's game grading that I have an issue with, because Castlevania Bloodlines Sega Genesis WADA graded 9.0 A++. You want to take a guess at the price of that?
It's a few thousand, isn't it?
$1,899.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm fairly sure it's been coming out that the place that grades those officially is actually owned or has a stake in the auction house that officially sells them.
That wouldn't surprise me.
So there's actually a lot of impropriety
Yeah.
being alleged there that is getting a lot of people up in arms recently.
Right. And so far, I haven't heard anything about that with like Beckett for trading card grading, or like PSA, or there's one other big one that people do for trading card grading. But it's the one that I've been seeing that people are like super like exposing is video game grading.
Yeah.
And also just like new collectors are basically just trading money in games back and forth.
Yeah.
It's like art auctions. You know what I mean?
You mean like video games should be treated like art, like people have been arguing for years?
I do. However, I don't know how to word this. So, because I can't, I won't. Moving on.
No, now I'm curious.
Like I said, I can't word it. I don't know how to word what I want to say, so I'm not going to.
Don't want to try in words. I don't have the words, so I'm not going to words.
Listen, the think chemical in my brain ain't working.
Oh no, I get you. I completely understand that one.
Oh, have you beat Legends Arceus yet?
No, but I am currently playing it.
God damn it. But
Go ahead, spoil. With the Pokemon games, I don't care on spoilers. Ooh, this Pokemon shows up. Ooh, this incredibly predictable plot twist happens. But they're Pokemon. I don't care. I'm not here for this story so much. I'm here for the fucking cool ass little monsters.
there's nothing really plot twisty in Legends Arceus. There is one thing where it turns out the cook is actually a fucking ninja. So take that for what it's worth.
You mean the guy that makes all the potato mochi?
Yeah, he's actually a ninja.
Yeah, no, that tracks looking at him.
It's
He looks like a wizened old ninja master.
a pretty tough fight too, because you do have to fight him like before you go and catch Dialga and Palkia.
I'm
Um,
just now getting to where I'm getting to where I can get on the water.
hell yeah! Wow, you're that. Wow, you're not very far in the game at all.
Yeah, I stopped playing the Switch for a little bit because a bunch of PS5 games dropped that I wanted to play.
Yeah, the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022 has just been loaded with games.
Well, I was one of the guys that actually got Cyberpunk early,
Yeah.
so I've been suffering through, and they finally dropped the PS5 version with the big 1.5 update.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it's actually kind of like this is what the game should have been. There's
It's
still a few things that fall short, but it is so much better.
I was playing it a little bit on my PS4, but I put it down because that I just do that with the games now.
Now, I admittedly never had a lot of bug issues. I was lucky in that regard.
The only bugs that I've ran into playing the PS4 version is just like voiceover not syncing with the subtitles,
Well,
or just voiceover not working at all.
to be completely honest, I did have a PS4 Pro, and
Well, I have a PS4 Pro as well.
that may have something to do with it because I think they had less problems on the Pro than they did the 4.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like honestly, that was kind of to be expected.
Right. But
Trying to play anything new on a launch version of a PS4 is
hey, I actually had a launch version. Shit. Well, I think I only had my Pro for 2 years before the 5 dropped. So I actually got a hell of a lot of use out of my launch version, and I never really had many issues with it.
well, hey, that's good.
Yeah, I got real lucky with that fucking PS4. It was a goddamn workhorse because you know how I game, you know the hours I put in,
Oh yeah.
and for that fucker to not fuck up that's a hell of an endorsement there.
Ooh, speaking of games, I restarted my run in Bloodborne just because it's a game that I've been endlessly fascinated about, and I suck at Soulsborne games. I am not good at Soulsborne. Oh yeah, fucking Elden Ring dropped between last recording and this one.
Yeah.
I haven't been playing Elden Ring because I don't have it.
Yeah, you need to fix that when you can.
Is it on? It's on PS4, right?
Yes, it is.
Let me just
It is very much good.
very much good.
Yeah, no, dude, take everything about a Soulsborne and put it in an open world setting. I can run the fuck around everywhere, explore and find all kinds of different shit. It's great.
It looks so fucking cool.
It is. I love it.
Like I haven't seen any. I think the only like videos I've seen of Elden Ring are like the trailer or however many of the trailers there were. I don't know how many there were. Um, and like a little bit of Markiplier streaming it. That's about it. But just the cover art alone looks so fucking cool.
No, I'm absolutely loving it. It's great. Uh,
You find any Berserk references?
the great sword is straight up the Dragon Slayer now.
Yeah, that's one that I've been saying.
Like that's not a joke, people. It is straight up the fucking Dragon Slayer from Berserk. It's
Now, is the Moonlight Great Sword in Elden Ring?
I don't know. I'm still in the beginning area. I am not that far.
Well, I just looked it up and I will not tell you whether or not it's in there or not. Is it in Sekiro?
It is in, I believe, every Soulsborne.
I know, but like Sekiro seems like a weird game to put it in. Oh, nope. Unfortunately, no. The Moonlight Greatsword does not appear in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Probably because of the samurai sort of deal. So that's the only Soulsborne game that doesn't have it. That's another Soulsborne game I have not played. Have you played Sekiro?
Yeah, I've it. I've not beaten, but I've at least played every Soulsborne except for Demon Souls.
And you got that one. You got the PS5 version of that one, right?
No, I don't actually have that one. That's the only one I haven't.
I looked up Sekiro on Steam and one of my friends left a review. It says, "It is good. I go grapple hook and do slash thing and it feels nice." Another review posted February 3rd. More like Sekiro, I cried more than twice.
I mean, I can't argue with that.
And then someone posted ASCII art of the Chad meme. And it says, average Sekiro Shadows Die Twice enjoyer. I wonder if that will work in Discord. I'm going to try copy and pasting this ASCII art. There it is.
Run away. The fact that people still
Do
take the
ASCII art?
time, yeah,
I know, it's nuts.
like that's some dedication to an outdated format.
Like that shit was all over fucking GameFAQs walkthroughs. This GameFAQs is still around. Wow.
Yep, it is. Surprisingly.
And it still looks the way it did in like 2006.
Yeah, it has not changed at all.
It's still a forum.
I still use it for shit.
It's still active. A lot of the last posts and a lot of these boards were like 5 minutes ago. Poll of the day. So Russia's conflict with Ukraine begins. I gotta stop saying the Ukraine because that was only a thing when it was in like the USSR.
Right.
See, I always thought it was the Ukraine, like how the Netherlands is the Netherlands. If that makes
No,
any
I
sense.
yeah, no, I'm right there with you.
Anyway, in case anybody was wondering, we stand with the people of Ukraine.
Yeah,
Just want to get that out of the way.
uh I know we have some fans last time we checked from over in the Eastern European area.
Oh yeah,
Just don't remember exactly where.
I can check our analytics.
Don't remember if we have any Russian fans. We might.
Germany, Denmark, Finland, Sweden, France. Less than 1% in Russia. And there's not enough data to know like where in Russia.
But still somewhere in Mother Russia.
There's at least one person listening. And we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, but I kind of feel obligated to say this. Fuck Putin.
Yes. Hopefully the person in Russia listening is also on that camp.
Watch it be Putin himself.
Oh god.
Fuck you.
Could you imagine if Putin spent his fucking time listening to D&D podcasts?
You know, I mean,
That would be the weirdest fucking like, whoa, I didn't see that coming.
yeah, right.
That would be so fucking weird. Anyway,
Yeah, moving on.
Moving on. Onwards and upwards.
So let's go default to our normal topic.
Oh, wrestling?
What the fuck do we think is the announcement? And so we'll have to date this. This is before the
Go home show for Revolution 2020.
right where the big announcement's being teased.
Man, I'm in love with the idea that Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor and plans
And
to make
Cody's
it
booking it.
and plans to make it their developmental.
I gotta say that is my favorite conspiracy theory on it right now.
Mine too.
And I can see it happening, but I don't see it being likely. What's got me interested is the fact that Tony has mentioned lawyers and NDAs have been involved.
Yeah.
That's something big. And I'm wondering if it is a streaming service. And if it is a streaming service, that makes ROH more likely because of that tape library.
Yeah.
How many of their guys started there?
Right. I mean, fucking like everybody almost.
How much of
All of their major
WWE's
players.
How many of WWE's mid to upper cards started there?
Exactly. Like fucking just
Like Seth Rollins, Tyler Black, like come on.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens,
Sami Zayn.
Yeah. If you want to get real technical, Finn Balor went through there a little bit.
Oh, did he?
I believe he was in Ring of Honor for a date or two. I could be wrong on that, but like there's so many of the modern names that have been through Ring of Honor.
Let me just do a quick
Joe, AJ Styles.
Huh. No matches for Ring of Honor on Finn Balor's Wikipedia.
Okay, I was wrong. I thought he went through it.
He wrestled for NWA and TNA for like one match. He participated in a tournament.
That may be what I'm remembering because Impact and Ring of Honor did a few things together.
In June 2007, Devitt participated in a tournament for the NWA called Reclaiming the Glory, which was to crown a new NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Championship had been controlled by TNA for several years, but in 2007, NWA had terminated its agreement with TNA.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I got confused
In the first
and
round,
shit.
Devitt defeated Australian wrestler Mikey Nichols, but lost in the second round to Bryan Danielson.
Yeah. Yeah. God, the fact we got the American Dragon back.
I know. Fucking Danielson's new character is so goddamn good. Well, it's not really even a new character.
No, like that's what people don't realize is that like old school Danielson was a dick. Like it's great.
A violent, aggressive dick.
A sadistic asshole. And you love him for it.
The other rumor for the big announcement is the AEW versus NJPW Supercard.
See, I don't see lawyers and NDAs being involved for that.
Me neither.
Like
although I do have some fun matchups.
Oh yeah, there's some great matchups that can happen there, but like I don't see that being it just based on what we know is involved.
Right. But
we also have a big announcement on BTE tomorrow.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, you're right.
But I think that's just for a location.
Are they finally going West Coast?
That's what the speculation is.
What's the furthest out west they've been? Salt Lake City?
Vegas,
right.
But those have basically just been for, I think, 2 double or nothings and one of the weeklies that was out there for that week.
Huh. Surprises me they haven't locked down like a location in LA or somewhere. But I know for the majority of AEW's existence, there's pandemic.
Yeah. Which,
So
let's be honest, should have killed them.
it should have, but it didn't.
As much as I love AEW, the fact that they survived the pandemic in their like first year and a half is just
Hey man, the Khan's got some deep pockets.
yeah. But it's not like they also didn't grow the audience during that little bit.
Right,
Slowly but
right.
surely they did. So
Mm-hmm.
like
True, and they figured about like a bunch of their they figured out a bunch of their shit. Like they got a lot of good storylines like solidified and ran through. Hikaru Shida's entire reign as AEW Women's Champion was good. The
yeah,
entire Hangman story, just from beginning to end.
yeah.
Kenny's reign as the champion was also good. Everything about it was just good.
Cocaine Kenny.
Cocaine Kenny. 69
Anime
me, Don.
villain Kenny.
Legitimately, though.
Cartoon villain Kenny. Because when they went off on the fucking golf cart and he was literally shouting out Dr. Claw from fucking Inspector Gadget.
Oh, man. That
God,
was a
these
great
guys are
time.
dorks and I love them for it.
Wrestlers are just dorks. Big fucking buff dorks.
Like, come on. At heart, they all have to be theater nerds. It's acting.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's why the fucking last generation was so toxic about it. It's like they didn't want to admit they had an interest that wasn't, straight up macho macho. It's like, okay, you like to act. You like to strip down into your skivvies and wrestle other oiled up dudes. Great. Go out there, make it look good, and tell a good story. I don't care. Like, you're getting hung up on the wrong shit, dude.
Right. So, do you have any theoretical AEW versus New Japan matches?
Shit.
Because I have quite a few.
Okay, well, let's like right off the top, Kenny and Okada again, because I'm always up for that.
Or,
Kenny and Naito again, because again, always up for that.
what about Kenny
Uh,
versus Ibushi?
but
Make everybody cry.
but they're supposed to come back and reunite and be together.
And then they kiss.
And now Keith. No,
I'd be down to
honest.
sing like Okada versus Danielson.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be a good one. Uh, Danielson versus Tana Hoshi.
Yes.
I want to see more with Tanahashi and Hangman because Tanahashi years ago called out Hangman as being a megastar.
Oh, really?
Yes. Let me look it up. Well, we're still talking, but he said that he saw something in Hangman.
You know what? We have to have a fight to determine the one true Tranquilo.
Yeah,
Naito
back
versus
in.
Andrade.
You're missing somebody for that.
Am I?
Who's the most tranquilo in wrestling? Who gives the least amount of fucks?
I'm drawing a blank.
It's fucking Orange Cassidy.
Oh, right.
Tell me interactions between Naito and Orange Cassidy would
Oh
not be
my.
killer.
That would. Fuck.
Naito would love him. No, the quote is backstage stuff, but it was Adam Page is like nobody else. He's too good for Bullet Club. Leave him to me. I'll remove the poison inside him.
Damn.
But like,
Too good for Bullet Club. Holy shit, that's an endorsement.
which yeah, let's talk about that heating back up. That the Tongans, the Gorillas of Destiny, were booted.
Bullet Club is fine.
Switchblade not kicked them out before Tama had a chance to kick him and brought the Good Brothers back in and then tagged the Bucks on Twitter. who then retweeted it and put in their bio, "We never really liked Tama anyway." It looks
Oh
like we're
man.
getting, and all this happened in Impact surrounding an NJPW faction. Can we say Super Show is coming?
Right.
Can we say there's the Bullet Club war we were supposed to get is about to happen?
Fuck, man. That's gonna be so good.
And can we say we can finally drop House of Torture out of this bullshit?
House of Torture?
It's Evil. You remember when Evil took over Bullet Club because Jay White couldn't travel?
Oh, yep.
House of Torture has been Dick Togo, Evil, and like uh Gato and Jado. And
Ah,
it's so bad. It's bad. So
not
bad.
not
Terrible.
good. No, that's unfortunate.
Fucking terrible. Like I haven't been watching NJPW. I've been keeping up with it.
I
I find
don't.
it easy.
Go ahead.
I find it easier to keep up with that on Twitter and whatnot, whereas I actually have the subscription for Cyberfight, so I get DDT, uh, TJPW, Canterbury Pro, I think is what it's called.
Hmm.
Noah. I get a bunch of the uh, smaller ones. Let me. Where is it?
Can I just say one thing? I'm not sure
There
I
you go.
really.
Nope. That was one thing.
I would be fine if Gallows and Anderson weren't in Bullet Club.
I mean,
I understand that they were like OGs, but like, I feel like
Anderson is OG.
yeah. I'm just saying, like, I feel like the shine on the Good Brothers is kind of worn off a little bit. For me, anyway. Not that they're really, like, that shiny to begin with, but, like,
I mean,
does that make any sense? Like, the way I feel about Gallows and Anderson right now is just like, eh.
but I love Sour Boy.
And I do gotta admit, there have been a couple episodes of Talkin' Shop before it was its own podcast on, like, Talk is Jericho and stuff that were really, really funny.
Look, I know it's not everybody's sense of humor, but I love the crude bullshit.
Yeah, it's great. It's like, it's
I love
very South Parky.
I love Sex Ferguson.
Sex Ferguson is great. I will give him that.
It can get really bad, but by the time he's gotten so bad, I am laughing so hard from everything else. Like they made Southpaw.
Right.
And that's like one of the biggest things I miss with all the releases is that we never got that final season of Southpaw.
You
Because
know,
it was so goddamn hilarious.
I still have only seen like one episode of Southpaw.
You watch them all; they're hilarious. Like you get to see such a different side of so many of them. Like you actually get to see like the beginnings of comedy scene and now in it.
You know, I am still a poor sap that has a subscription to WWE Network.
Like it's great.
Speaking of, WrestleMania is coming up already.
Yeah, well.
Um, so about that championship unification match.
Yeah, let's not talk about it because it's fucking dumb.
It is dumb. I am hoping it's probably not going to happen. It's probably a wasted hope, but like, can we get the big gold belt back?
Yeah, that's not happening. As much as I would love it, it's not
I
happening.
want big gold back though.
Goldie was pretty, but it ain't gonna happen.
Also, we got the Mysterios versus The Miz and Logan Paul.
And if you believe some people, Cody's in there somewhere.
Just can Logan Paul go away for a bit, at least in wrestling?
Can that whole family go away for a little bit?
Right. Oh man. I want to look at the Revolution card again because even though it's it's a it. I mean, it's gonna be a hell of a show because AEW always does really good pay-per-views. But like out of all of their pay-per-views so far, it is one of the weaker cards.
Yeah, we thought that about one of the previous ones, and it ended up being fucking phenomenal. So
That was probably All Out last year, wasn't it? For Full Gear.
I believe it was Full Gear.
What was the
Yeah,
card for
with
Full Gear?
Wrestle Universe, I get DDT, Noah, TJPW, and Ganbari Pro.
Nice. Do you want to do a quick predictions to end this episode?
Yeah, since we're not that far out from Revolution, we can. Obviously, there's going to be a couple matches added this week that we aren't going to have predictions for,
Right.
but what we got, we can.
So, Jade Cargill versus Ty Conti for the TBS Championship.
Gotta go Jade. I don't think they're having her drop it yet.
Same. Actually,
And
same.
I'm too big a mark for Jade. I love her. She's great.
Oh, she's
She gets better.
fantastic.
She gets better every time she's out there, and that pump kick is fucking killer.
It's so good.
I almost want her to elevate that to a secondary finish and get a new signature. She's that good with it.
You know, I can agree with that. Then there's the Andrade Hardy family. I hate that name. The
Honestly,
AHFO.
honestly, if we're being like completely honest with ourselves there, this whole thing is just a holding pattern until Jeff can actually come in.
Yeah. Which apparently is going to be sometime soon.
Like you can see Matt falling further and further and getting more and more unstable because I
He's
think
falling back to broken, and then they're going to bring in Brother Nero.
because Broken Matt works with a crowd, not in a crowdless auditorium.
Right.
You bring in him with Brother Nero, and you're gonna get a good pop.
Also, if Matt's YouTube channel is anything to go by, this is going to be their final run.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing a lot too. And honestly, I can't think of a better place for them to do it with the tag division in AEW.
Yeah.
Because like,
Absolutely.
let's have them run the Bucks again, FTR, Proud and Powerful, Private Party. The story writes its fucking self.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to, we can pull SCU back together with some kind of convoluted explanation. If Darius is healed, the Martin brothers, Top Flight,
Oh, yeah.
fuck them with Jeff.
Shit. I just remembered that I haven't seen Top Flight in for fucking ever.
Darius blew out his knee real bad, I think.
Oh.
It was a leg
man.
injury. That's why he's been out so long.
That sucks.
That
sucks so hard.
Let's see, who else we got? Really any
Jurassic Express?
Yeah. Any combination of Death Triangle. Lucha Bros or either of them with Pac.
Okay, yeah, I saw a tweet the other day that was like, if we don't get Jeff Hardy versus Ray Phoenix in some capacity, I will scream.
I will need a doctor.
Same. They will also probably need a doctor.
It will go past 4 hours.
Yeah. Anyway, the AHFO versus Sammy, Sting, and Darby Allin in a 6-man tornado tag.
One last thing there.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the promos between Broken Matt and Malachi?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
The Hardys versus the Kings of the Black Throne. Like, come on. That'll be some crazy shit right there. That'll lead to a deletion match, I can almost guarantee.
Oh. Malachi, Brody King,
and Buddy Juice
Matthews,
Murphy.
yeah.
Or Matthews, yeah.
In a deletion match would be nuts. So, like, Sammy, Sting, and Darby are winning.
Yeah.
As much as I like Andrade, Matt, and Isaiah Cassidy, like, it's Sammy, Darby, and Sting.
I can also see there being shenanigans there.
Oh, for sure.
I can see Sting, Darby, and Sammy losing through shenanigans, but I don't think it's likely.
That dastardly Jose, the assistant.
The heat!
The Heat!
The fucking heat!
Then we got a 3-way tag team match for the AEW tag titles.
Which we don't have the third team on that just yet.
Right. Because there's going to be a casino tag team royale.
Yeah, so yeah, we don't even know who's in that.
But Jurassic Express and Red Dragon
Are in it for sure. I'm thinking the Bucks may end up in this for storyline purposes.
Oh,
Though
yeah,
I
you know.
though I could see them doing Proud and Powerful.
Right, yeah, that too.
So we can't really do a big prediction
Yeah.
on this one, but
Tentatively, I'll say Jurassic Express.
yeah, like without knowing who that third team is, yeah, I would feel safe going with the retention
Mm,
because I don't see Red Dragon getting the tag titles just yet
yeah. Oh, the next one's going to
because
be. Oh, sorry.
I don't see them giving them the tag titles without Cole getting the big title,
True.
which segues into which there's uh other matches, and this is main event, but it's a good segue. I see Hangman retaining,
Yeah, me too.
which I find it kind of weird. You're going to be using Adam Cole as a interim feud,
I don't think
but
it's that weird. But I mean, it does seem like a real high profile match just to have Cole lose.
yeah, so I'm wondering if there's not going to be some kind of not so much shenanigans, but something that's like, wait a minute.
Who are the Bucks gonna side with? Hangman or Cole?
Well, if last week was anything to go by, they seem to be actually siding with Hangman. If they're not playing games again.
Right, right. You can never tell with the Bucks sometimes. And that's how you know they're good.
Right.
So,
Um,
Danielson versus Moxley. That's gonna get bloody.
Now, I have heard rumors this will be made a first blood match
Ooh.
to go with the whole we bleed together.
Right. Oh, this is just a sidebar, but Matt Cardona just won another championship.
Was that what, 5?
6.
6. Okay.
He now
He's
holds
having a
6 titles.
he has had such a fucking run since he got released.
Yeah.
Like he is such a great fucking smarmy heel. I love it.
That would be the NYWC title he's won.
Gotcha.
Anyway, congrats to Matt Cardona. He deserves it. Danielson versus Mox. Ooh boy, that's
yeah, like the ultimate brawler versus the ultimate technician.
I don't.
Can
That's
Mox brute
such
force his way? Yeah, can Mox brute force his way through Danielson? It is basically the story of this one.
Such a strong contender for match of the night.
Yeah, it
Match
really
of the
is.
year, really.
And we're not that far into the year.
Yeah. It's gonna be insane, whatever it ends up being, whether it just remains a regular singles match or it's gonna be first blood or street fight or whatever.
Yeah, they're not like real strong rumors, but I've heard a couple of things that it might be first blood. I've seen a couple of the dirt sheet guys I follow have been saying they've heard some things, but
Right, right.
I'm not going to be surprised if that one stays normal, but I could see it going that way if they want to play up the blood aspect.
Yeah. And just from the promos back and forth, they're gonna bleed.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
gonna
that's a given.
happen. And then, if Mox eventually forms a team with Danielson,
Yeah, what rookies do we want with them? Oh God, that's where things get nuts.
Yeah. Oh, who did Danielson have a match with like a couple of weeks ago?
Moriarty?
Yes.
Yeah. Danielson put him over huge with how Moriarty went hold for hold with him for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was putting a lot of confidence and a lot of, oh wait, he's keeping up with Danielson, the best in the world. This is a kid to watch.
Shit, throw in Daniel Garcia.
See, I have to disagree with that one. I
Really?
like the dynamic of him in 2.0 so much better.
You know what? That's fair.
I like the two goofy dads with their psychotic killer son.
It is a good dynamic.
It's a great taste.
So, next is Jericho versus Kingston. Kingston's got to win that one. And then I feel like if he does, Jericho's not going to be on TV for a hot minute.
Yeah, no, I feel like this is a pretty predictable Kingston wins to prove Jericho wrong
Mm-hmm.
that he can win the big one. And
And
I
then we
think
get the
this,
final dissolution of the inner circle.
which, if we're being honest, is a long time coming.
Yeah, inner circle lasted a lot longer than I expected it to.
Um,
Like honestly, after the second stadium stampede, I figured that'd be like, okay, they got to be done soon.
well, didn't they have that one match? I forget who it was against, where they had that matchup they lost. They had to disband. Was that them and Pinnacle?
Yeah, it was.
I almost like I could have swore Pinnacle was going to win that one,
Yeah, same.
but no, I Kingston and Jericho I think is going to be dark horse contender for match of the night
For sure. I mean,
because
I don't have strong feelings about the storyline, but it's Kingston and Jericho. It's gonna be a good match.
yeah, it's not so much going to be any technical marvel so much as these two are going to put a fuck ton of emotion into it.
They're gonna beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah. Um we still got one person left on
The ladder
the
match.
yeah, on the uh Face of the Revolution ladder match, but I'm fairly confident in saying that that's Wardlow's match
Oh,
because it's
you think
gonna
so?
feed into the storyline with MJF where
Mm,
any title or shot Wardlow gets automatically goes to MJF.
right. Yeah, so we got Keith Lee versus Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks versus Orange Cassidy versus To Be Determined.
The beef in that fucking
I know. You got three fucking huge slabs of meat, and then you got Ricky Starks and Orange Cassidy.
I'm almost wondering if that last person is gonna be one of the super small guys.
Right.
Just so they can play catch with him. Like fuckers are getting thrown in this match. There's going to be a contest between the three big men on who can toss one of the small guys the farthest. What, I guarantee it. It will be a spot.
I have a bold prediction. Wardlow is going to powerbomb somebody off the ladder, and it's going to collapse the ring.
I don't think they're going to do that because if you're going to collapse the ring, you have to do it as the main event, and it won't go on over the title.
True, true. And since it's the Face of the Revolution ladder match, this might be like the first match of the main card.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the other ones have opened or been fairly early in the card.
Right. Or it might even be
So
like the buy-in match.
also we could have a Joker here. They may not fill that last spot.
True. And if that's the case, oh, who the okay,
Who do I think it is?
Cesaro.
Yeah, it's Claudio. If it's a Joker, it's Claudio.
Because for those who don't know, Cesaro didn't renew his WWE contract and let it expire, so he's officially a free agent.
He can show up He could have showed up Friday if he wanted.
He could have.
He could show up Wednesday.
Man. Ah. That's a hard one to determine, but I really feel like Wardlow's gonna get it.
Yeah, like I can see them having Hobbs or Starks win to give Team Taz some shine, but I'm almost positive they're going storyline on this one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, another person who might be in the to be determined spot, Brian Cage.
Yeah, there is that report that he was just had his extension picked up, which kind of weird, but
I know we haven't seen him in months.
oh, that's because he's outshined by every other person in the faction he was in.
True.
He doesn't have a lot of charisma. He's
Now,
big flippy guy, but that's about it.
yeah. But so yeah, it could be Claudio, could be Brian Cage, could be literally anybody else. We have no idea.
Yeah, there could even be a qualifier this Wednesday that hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah. All right, we got 3 more matches. There's Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa, and I feel like this is Thunder Rosa's time.
Yeah, no, this is Rose's coronation.
And then Britt's gonna feud with Jamie Hayter, because I feel like
Yeah.
Jamie Hayter is like not in on the.
She's getting tired of Britt's shit.
Yeah, exactly. We got CM Punk versus MJF in a dog collar match.
That one is gonna be nasty.
Yeah,
That one's just gonna be a brutal fight.
and it's gonna be emotional.
That one is not gonna have a lot of technical shit in it.
It's not gonna have a happy ending.
You're gonna have some holds here, a slam there, but that's just gonna be a brutal fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't fucking wait.
I think MJF wins. Like, honestly, if anyone ends CM Punk's winning streak, it's MJF.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Do they have him win clean?
Ooh, that's a good question. I really don't know. All I know is that MJF wins that match for sure. He's got
Because you can't really have Wardlow. I mean, you can, but it's a little weird to have him interfere in that match while he still has his match.
Right.
Though, depending on match order, he'll have already gone.
Mm-hmm.
So him coming out to interfere makes a little more sense.
And then we already discussed Hangman versus Adam Cole.
Yeah.
And
That's it.
Hangman retains. Hangman.
Yeah. Because I think MJF goes off with the win, and it builds up for him versus Hangman, and I think he's dethroning Hangman. I think MJF is our next champ.
Yes. The question is when. I feel like maybe around All Out. That's how I feel. I don't think it's going to be a Double or Nothing. I think it's going to be a longer feud.
Like maybe Hangman has to go through Wardlow at Double or Nothing and have that tie into the Wardlow MJF feud too.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. Also has a reason to bring Dark Order back prominent with Hangman. With the rest of Pinnacle.
Ooh, Dark Order versus Pinnacle feud. Let's get it.
Yeah, because I want FTR versus the Smash Brothers.
FTR versus literally any combination of Dark Order would be great.
Shit, yeah, them versus the Beaver Boys.
Yep.
Like,
God.
Them with Johnny is going to be nuts.
Guys, we love AEW.
Yeah.
Just a little too much sometimes. But it's deserved. And that's our predictions for AEW Revolution. Ending the episode.
Right.
Thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to get in touch with us, we're on Twitter at AmbiguousPod. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/AmbiguousPod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Moral Ambiguity Podcast. Just give that a search. It should be like one of the first results, if not the first result. You can find everything in the link tree. I feel like I don't mention the link tree too often, but it says linktr.ee/moral ambiguity. You can find literally every link there. It like the links to us being on like iHeartRadio and shit.
We're on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, I mentioned it a long time ago. I don't blame you for forgetting.
Huh.
We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Google Podcasts, which I hardly knew was a thing. We're on a lot of different platforms. What else do I usually say at the end of videos? Or videos?
Boners.
Podcasts.
Did you even hear me?
No, I heard you say boners.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm sorry, I'm a 12-year-old. I have a terribly juvenile sense of humor.
Same, though. Good night, everybody.
Later.